Yes, sir. We are back. Another episode, but this episode is actually a special one, man. I want to just give a shout out to everybody that been following us, been subscribing to us, been liking, commenting on all the posts and everything. We just hit a year, man. We've been doing this for a year, man. What you got to say to him, Draco?
We've been grinding, man. And just like to send a special shout out to everybody that been following us since we started, man. The loyal, faithful followers, man. The ones that stick with us through all our bullshit. Because we be on all kind of bullshit.
That'd be
we
you.
definitely
It'd be
do.
most of you.
But thank y'all, man, for pulling up, man. And we hope y'all continue to help us grow and help us, become a household name at this point. Because that's what we aiming, right?
Yeah, shout our girls out, man.
Shout the women out, man. Shout all our guests that came through, slid through this year, man. And we got plenty more coming. So
That's not the girls I'm talking about.
Oh, what girl was one?
I'm talking about Michelle.
Oh!
I'm talking about Oprah.
Oh!
I'm talking about Gail.
Oh!
Beyonce.
Damn
Cardi
women's.
B. Nia Long.
Shout out to the women's that we trying to get on the show. Y'all can tag them. Y'all can inbox them, DM, or whatever y'all got to do. But we going to get them on the show.
Pull up on me.
Pull up on me. But we do want to thank the people that did come thus far. Right?
Oh, absolutely.
We definitely had some epic episodes. And y'all go back and check them out. But more to come. Yo, like to welcome y'all back to Stay Y'all Ass Off the Internet.
Yes, sir. Back in the building.
Your boy Draco Santana, man. I got my boy Josh Young, sir.
Yes, sir. We in the building,
How you
man.
doing, bro?
Oh, man, I'm good. Hey, I was at the Cardinals game yesterday, man.
That's why you got allergies, right?
Probably so.
That's why he sneezed 100 times counting as of now.
Oh, my goodness.
Got another one for the people? Yo.
I was in the office earlier today. I sneezed. I thought I was the only person in the office.
Yeah.
I found out I wasn't. After I sneezed, I heard way down there somebody say, "Bless you."
Cause it tight. Yo, man. Pandemic sneezing is what
my goodness.
Bro, you lucky we ain't in the pandemic no more.
Oh, my goodness. I done held a sneeze on the elevator one time.
It's crazy.
I was holding that sneeze for about 10 stories.
Veins about to pop out and all that.
Yeah, it looked like that meme.
Because you would have got sent to the Stonehenge for that.
Man, it's like
Stone him!
Salem witch trial.
Man, it would have been over with.
Burn him!
Man, went crazy. We still got a special guest, though. Back for round 2. We got FancyTheBabe over here.
Back at it again.
What up, Fancy?
What up, what up?
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
You good? You good? No allergies and none of that?
Nah.
All right, no sneezes?
No, I'm chilling.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, Fancy in the building.
Let's
One
go, y'all.
time.
Let's go, y'all.
Okay, that's it.
Let's go, y'all, because we coming off a good show. Our last show. We coming off a good show. We just did some nice views. Thank you for pulling up, man.
Absolutely.
Thank
It's
you for
good to be
pulling up.
back. I appreciate y'all.
Pull up on me. Glad to have you back. All right, man. So we're going to get into it, man. So basically, our first topic, we got a lot of relationships in social media right now. They're all fucking toxic. All of them. Probably about 90% of them.
It's the best ones, right?
Besides Russell Wilson and Sierra, they're probably like the only one that ain't toxic.
They so cute.
Everybody pushing it to be so toxic, but they ignoring it, right?
Well,
they push it. They want it to be toxic
How are
as
they
hell.
trying to push it to be toxic?
Because Sierra out here wearing whatever, Russ out here ignoring it. They like, you a simp. Did they not?
You can't wear clothes.
Hey, basically she didn't have on no clothes.
She would have came out in a liquid
You talking about the
bodysuit.
award show that happened? Let them live.
Well, it wasn't no clothes though.
Let them
If
live.
you want to be technical, it wasn't no clothes. It was like just a sheer. It was just. It was.
That floor length thing.
Oh, you don't know what I'm talking about?
I do know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, further research, there was a show where all the women were just like that because it was a designer promoting that kind of fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So they were there doing that. But yeah, that's probably the only one that ain't toxic. But everybody else toxic.
Well, that's the only thing they post that's toxic. Some people want to.
Cause everybody, bro.
That's what's gonna make the most news, though.
The toxic
No,
shit
really?
gonna make the most news.
Lori Harvey making the news. All she did was just break up with a nigga.
Yes. But the way that she did it.
Lori Harvey ain't toxic.
That was so bad about breaking up with a nigga.
Lori ain't toxic. Lori just dumb nigga.
But I'm saying, you said the
I don't think
toxicity
that what
makes
she's
the
doing
news.
is toxic. I feel like she living her
Toxic-
life. I don't know
toxicity
what
makes
she's
the
doing.
news.
We don't know the nits and crannies of everything that happened in their relationship.
Nobody, nah. I don't think. I think Lori more laid back and reserved. I don't think she really doing nothing crazy. I just think she know when niggas' times is up and she be like, Psh,
Goodbye.
ghost. Right. Okay. But we do got examples though. We
Okay.
do got a few examples. We got situation with Gervantae Tank Davis. You know, he got a fight coming up.
Right.
Mhm.
Before his last fight, he had a situation pop up with one of his exes, and basically it was an altercation at their house. She got him arrested. Said he was abusing her,
Right.
domestic assault, all of that stuff. He got arrested, but he as soon as my man's got out, he posted all the receipts. He posted a video of her banging on the door, trying to get in, banging on the car door, like fuck it, all that shit. Also, the young lady put feces on his toothbrushes.
She trifling.
Like, where do they do that at, bro? So, it has to be mental health issue.
I would say so.
Cause I don't even care, Josh. We can get into a fight today, bro.
Right.
Say me and
I'll
you live
win.
together. If me and
Yeah,
you live
right.
together, we get into a fight today.
Mhm.
You can even whoop my ass. You can beat me down. You think I'm gonna think in my mind like I'm gonna go put some boo boo on this nigga toothbrush?
I mean, if you take it up,
It's like what, bro?
nah, that's
I got to be
it's
mentally-
excessive, but we got to. When I look at Gervantae Davis, once a fighter, always a fighter. So even if he's not fighting the girl, I'm pretty sure there's something on both sides that they provoke each other.
I'm sure, but I'm sure he probably did his thing to provoke.
I mean, they're
But
gonna provoke each other.
but
I think the media just spin it the way they want to spin it.
Okay.
once you go ahead.
Because when they had was it Dana, the one that's UFC, the one that runs UFC,
it's
Dana White,
situation.
he straight slapped his wife,
That's mental health issues.
and they brushed it under the rug.
They sure
No,
did.
they just it's the way the media spin stuff. So
of course they will blow these less desirable situations up. Even though Gervantae is Gervantae, but they're gonna blow it up because they know it's gonna get more publicity. With Dana, they're gonna cover him.
they're gonna protect
They're
him
gonna
because
protect
he
him.
is
How
your
old is
sweat,
Dana?
your
Exactly.
sweatshirt.
How old is Dana?
Dana maybe like what 50,
40,
something
50,
like that.
50, something like that.
Devontae is like 28.
Yeah,
Right, but he's
but
a
Gervantae
50-year-old
is
white
a
male.
fighter, black male fighter. Dana White is a UFC owner.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the difference.
okay.
No.
That's
It's
the
different as black male.
I mean, that
too,
White
too.
man.
that too, but
But-
still,
Yeah.
but still.
Absolutely what you're saying, but that too.
So
Yeah.
shout out to Gervantae. You got a fight coming up in the next few days. Definitely wishing him the best. But when you go through situations like that, man, it's just unfortunate. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
people got a lot going on.
Mhm.
You're like you could have a lot going on. You're a
Right.
professional. You famous. You got the bag. It's a lot of things that can happen to mess that bag up, bro.
Right, you're under a microscope.
Domestic abuse and all of those kind of
Right.
things can be one of those things.
But that's still abuse, though. What
It's
she's
still-
doing to him is still abuse.
That's abuse from her end. too.
Yeah.
From her end too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So toxic, right?
Mhm.
And just like Jonathan Majors with his
Jonathan
situation he got
Majors,
going on
same
right now.
situation.
Apparently they were in the back of a taxi, him and his ex, and they had an altercation, and she accused him of choking her around the back of the taxi, and put it out there, or whatever, however she did it, and he got arrested. And following that, she recanted all those things.
Right.
From the text messages that his lawyer leaked. Right? So you looking back at the text message, you say, "Oh, I didn't tell them all of these things. I didn't say all these things, whatever."
Yeah. True.
Meanwhile,
Right.
guess what he's losing? He's losing promotion deals,
Yeah, everything.
probably movie contracts that he had in the future.
Mm-hmm.
He's losing all of that. So it's like, okay, I'm not even gonna say if you're somebody in the limelight or if you're somebody public or famous, but how do you deal with being in a relationship with somebody with mental illness, bro? How do you do that?
For one, nobody really thinks about the situation until they're in it. For one, when
That's
you're
true.
in an abusive situation, you're not thinking about being in an abusive situation. You're thinking about, oh, I love this person. Oh my God, they make me feel so good. You know what I'm saying? Because
True.
you're chasing that.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So when you're chasing that, it's almost like you get this high from somebody that you can't get no more.
That's true.
You know, so when they start treating you bad, it's like a frog in a cold pot of water that's heating up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You don't know that it's getting hot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you just in here and it's like, this could change. This is
Yeah.
all right. Room on fire, but this is all right.
Yeah.
You know? But when you start to realize it, it's like, oh, wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And you start to think about yourself. When things get, it's almost when it's too late for some people. And with a lot of situations, like we were just talking about with Gervantae, like it could have just been too late on either side, because some could have happened, like you said, we didn't see the other end. She could have just snapped.
Yeah.
It was like, you know what? Fuck it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And you're meaning what he could have did to lead up to that.
Exactly, because we didn't see the other half.
Right.
And I'm not saying that he did do it or anything like that. But
There
I'm
are
just
triggers.
saying,
there are triggers.
you know what I'm saying? I had to think about it when y'all say that people get provoked, right? And I didn't think about it from that standpoint, because for somebody to do it, it just sounds like she has a mental illness. It doesn't sound appropriate for or necessary. It seems very off on the deep end.
Right.
So when somebody takes it that far with you, you gotta think about, like, dang, like what happened?
That's true.
That's
like
true.
what happened? Now dealing with something in a situation like taking it out of a celebrity standpoint, and you're dealing with something in your own life, and you're dealing with somebody that's abusive, you have to realize what is going on with me. You know what I'm saying? And once you see what's going on with me, now you need to look at them, because this is not what you've been looking at. Because first thing to correct yourself is self-reflection. You have to self-analyze yourself in situations. And maybe sometimes that person might not be it. It might be me. But as soon as I feel like it's not me, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What is going on? So now I have to evaluate you and your situation. If it's not best for you, the best interest would be to leave. But like I said, people being in cold pot of water, heating up. You know what I'm saying? If you're not able to reflect and look back on situations and be able to criticize yourself and correct yourself, you ain't gonna make it out. You're gonna be stuck.
Yeah, I say, me personally, I wouldn't even entertain it. Like, I'd be out. Just like that.
Have you entertained it?
Ever.
I had in the past, and that's what grown me to the point where I'm not even entertaining it. Well, first thing I
don't gotta get into details of it.
I'm not gonna make it personal about me, but I'm saying as far as somebody that is dealing with somebody that has some type of mental illness, or not even necessarily, I wouldn't even go as far as to say mental illness, but just somebody in a toxic relationship. First, you gotta identify that this is toxic to you, and then kind of look at what are the actual benefits I'm getting from this person. Is that outweighing what I'm losing?
Yeah. And
then at that point, kind of make a decision. But I think in this era, a lot of people, they actually just enjoy toxic relationships. You can take somebody out of a toxic situation, put them in a more ideal situation that's way better, and they're going to say, this is boring.
I'm glad you said that.
That actually happened.
What you think?
That was actually going to be my point. I didn't think you was going to touch that, but that's you absolutely right.
You think I'm smart enough?
Right.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely correct, because you get, like, bro, you'll get into these relationships, and I've been there too. You get into these relationships, and you start to realize you might be dealing with somebody with bipolar, or you might be dealing with somebody with schizophrenia, or you might be dealing with somebody that's, the attention deficit disorder. You might be dealing with this shit, bro. And once you've dealt with it before, you kind of, like, you ain't no doctor, but you kind of mentally diagnose them quietly.
You said attention deficit order. You
said
that
Everybody has a pattern.
Yeah, bro.
I know what ADHD is, but I'm saying that's toxic to you?
Yes, nigga. Yes.
Okay, could you elaborate on how this toxic?
I'm gonna elaborate all of them. Because listen, you dealing with somebody that's bipolar. You might that one day they hot, one day they cool.
Yeah, I know bipolar.
You can go.
Don't ever tell somebody bipolar that they bipolar.
You can't tell them that.
Nah, I've done that before.
Yeah, don't ever do
Drinks poured in my face.
Never do that.
Pies thrown at me. All
Don't do
shit.
that. So yeah, just elaborating on what they are to identifying a relationship. All week y'all been cool. Ain't nothing happened. But just this person on Friday feel like they want to get up and start some shit.
They want to swing on you.
Just because. And I've definitely been in situations where a young lady has said to me, well, damn, this too good. This too perfect. This ain't right. So when I be creating problems, I'm just trying to kick some shit off so I can make sure.
That's called self-sabotage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So we just talked about that too.
Yeah.
Right? Did we just talk about that too?
We did.
So that's a form of all of that shit. Like attention deficit disorder. Like they can't pay attention to you. They got all these every lot going on.
Hey,
Yeah,
what you say?
yeah. It's you know it's easy kind of identifying once you've seen them before. What was the other one I said? The skits.
Schizophrenic.
You doing shit you ain't even
I
doing.
mean, but I'm saying
They
like,
accuse you shit you ain't even doing.
I feel like that's really extreme.
It's not extreme,
not
bro. Once you get
extreme.
into these relationships, and the crazy part is, bro, like
That you would date somebody that has a schizophrenic disorder.
How would you know? You think
And
people
you-
come out and say that they
you don't
have
know.
they're
Like I said in the
schizophrenic?
last,
They're
in
gonna
the
be
last,
like, yeah, Josh, I'm schizophrenic.
in our last episode, I told you.
Don't
you
be
meet-
like, who was you talking to?
you meet
in
a
the back
person
room?
representative, bro. You meet a person representative. You meet their representative up front, but you just pay attention to them long enough, then you start to see all of this other stuff, bro.
Okay, I feel that. Another thing, like to touch on, like, okay, just going back to like the more of the toxicity type of thing. I feel like people have associated this toxicity. Am I gonna say that word right? The toxic behavior with people actually caring. He's only doing that because he really likes me.
This a difference.
She's only doing that.
This a difference, bro.
Of course, she bugged my phones. Oh, she just don't want me cheating on her. She loves me.
The difference is by being with somebody you care about, or being with somebody just because they want to be in a toxic relationship. These are two totally different things. Because you'll get in these situations, like you were saying when you just said it, you'll get in these situations. You might not know that they got these kind of issues because they're gonna tell you that up front. You don't know until you 6 months in, or you a year in, and now you in love with this person. Now you've been with this person every day, and now you start to see it. Now you like, damn,
and I'm
I can't
just
leave
supposed
this
to leave
person.
her? Right.
I ain't gonna leave him, but God damn, how do I cope with this? How do I mediate this? So then you find yourself trying to being a mediator for your own relationship,
Right?
Because you don't want the issues, you don't want the problems, but you're coaching them through their problems, and you're being the bigger kind of. You feel like in your mind you're being the bigger person because you like, I'm gonna just let them go through whatever they going through, and
She
I'm
just
gonna
having
just
a bad day.
Yeah, but everybody got their limits.
Their breaking point.
Everybody does. That's
I
true.
done been to the breaking point.
That's true.
Like I said, I know I said I'm gonna get personal, but I was in a situation where I had already knew this is the end of this road.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, I can't leave this girl out here hanging like this.
Yeah.
But
How's
I'm not
that
gonna
your
go and cheat on her.
responsibility, though? You got to make sure you know what your responsibilities are to people, because you have a responsibility to yourself.
I get that, but if you look at it, it's almost like a drug, right? So, but you're the actual drug. So this person, you're helping more than you're hurting.
That's true.
And if you remove yourself away,
that's true.
This person will have a withdrawal. And I'm not trying to have people pull up in my crib and all this other stuff. So I need to be in a situation where I might need to have this person break up with me.
Nah.
No, in order to
I was following into that.
Nah.
I was following into that.
I
was riding along your roller coaster into that, and I'm gonna tell you why not.
Okay.
You don't want it to get that far, but I also I agree with you when you say you might be that drug, bro. I was having a conversation with my mama, bro. I was having a conversation with my mom, and I was asking her like one time. I was like, "Yo, how do I be attracting women this kind of way or that kind of way?" She was like, "Cause you calm, you cool, and you collected. You the drug for them. You attract that kind of woman because they need that balance, and that's what they gonna seek out. And when they seek that in you, then that's when they grasp onto you, and that's what you be attracting." I'm like, damn, that makes sense like a motherfucker. But like you said, everybody got their breaking point. But I'm gonna say, to make a longevity relationship in a situation like that, make sure it's not as toxic as every time we have an issue, it's gonna be all over social media. Every time we have an issue, it's not gonna be physical abuse to each other. It's not gonna be verbal abuse to each other. All of that.
Mm-hmm.
You can understand a person got some issues within themselves, but kind of dial what the fuck the issue gonna be. Like, is it gonna be us fighting? I'm gonna go to jail tonight.
So you want them to be predictable?
No, it's never gonna be predictable.
That's what I'm saying. I was about to say, it's never gonna be predictable.
It's never gonna be predictable. But I feel like once these kind of people, once you start realizing a person has these kind of issues or whatever, they kind of get more comfortable with you on how you handle them because maybe they're not used to people handling them a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
Now, like I said, if it get past like now you abusing each other or somebody gonna put their hands on you or call you bitch ass niggas and hoe ass bitches and all this shit, nah, you ain't gonna do that.
Okay.
But if it's like, yeah, I'm fucked up today, I'm gonna start a fight today, or I'm gonna trip off the smallest shit today and we're gonna be into it. But if it ain't crazy.
The only way that a person can be with a toxic person is to be with somebody that's not toxic, that's willing to help them.
Exactly.
I mean,
so if you have two toxic people,
not
it's gonna get worse and worse
and worse and worse.
Yes, like, and then we're at the point to be like, okay, now what are we doing?
Right.
So,
I mean, some people they like I said, they like that.
They love it.
So, okay, question. So let's say I know you said don't let it get to that point where they start putting hands on you and you go brush your teeth and some shit on your toothbrush. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
How do you even know how to get out of a situation like that? How do you even know that it is that far? What? That I'm probably about to get swung on.
What? You know.
Because listen, because it don't start off like that. It start off real small, real simple, and it graduate. Now you can kind of gauge it because the first time we got into it, it was just a little pit pat here and there. Oh, whatever.
She wouldn't do me like this though.
She wouldn't do that.
That's your expectation. And expectation is a bad thing in any type of relationship when you don't have a commitment with somebody or you don't have an agreement.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Expectation comes when you feel a personal way from about somebody and you expect them to treat you a certain type of way because you treat them a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? But with a toxic person, what expectation? I'm me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So with me being me, if I'm a toxic person, fuck that.
Right.
So so I was kind of trying to say like the difference between being toxic and having a mental illness or issue. You can like she's saying, being
everybody cannot just identify.
Bro.
That's why people are professionals.
Everybody can't identify it, but I'm saying once you
could have the problem and don't even know it's you.
Yeah, that too.
Right,
that
for
too.
sure.
That too. You're right. You're completely right. But I'm telling you, once you've seen this, and I ain't saying everybody gonna get the opportunity to see it first, to deal with a second or deal with a third.
Yeah.
But once you've kind of seen this, you kind of recognize it up front. And you don't it ain't like it ain't something you just gonna act on like, hey babe, I know you got a mental illness. You ain't gonna tell her that.
Hey,
you ain't tell him that.
So from my experience, I people watch for fun. Like just on some shit I do, a hobby. I go somewhere.
Binoculars and everything?
Nah, hell no.
At Forest Park?
Hell no. But people watch.
Private investigator. Okay.
And people have patterns. People will show you who they are before they tell you who they are. And I will peep that from a mile away because I've been in several different situations.
Yeah.
And that shit is the root from childhood on up. That shit is from you being in high school, middle school, elementary. Is who you gonna be when you grow up.
And dealing with an individual like that, you kind of almost gauge when it's gonna happen to you.
That's what I'm saying. So you'll peep that before it happened because you be like, oh shit.
You okay? Because you start looking at shit been good for like 2 weeks.
About that time.
It's about that time.
Yep.
About that time, bro.
But yeah, everybody need to get out of certain situations like that.
Correct.
Like an example, is I remember back in school, right? Grade school, high school, whatever. Anytime you had anything happen to you, go to the nurse, right? The nurse really didn't do much for you. Only thing they gave you was some saltine crackers and a Sprite.
Some water Sprite.
And then sent you back out to the real world.
You feeling okay, baby? All right.
So you lay down for a little bit.
Essentially, let's say if you're a person that's in a toxic relationship, you're just the saltine crackers and Sprite. You're not actually going to be able to fix the situation. And you probably need to get somebody that's actually professional in it if you want to have some lasting relationship with this person. Hell, I was talking to a girl. She said she had an ex-boyfriend. The guy, he was on crack. He had messed around, got a hold of crack. He became crackhead. And anybody that would try to talk to this girl, he would get that. I guess he somehow booked the phone, and he would get these people's number and text them.
Oh, damn.
They've been texting my phone for like the last 6 months.
So she has a stalker. That's also a mental illness.
There we go. That's what I'm saying.
I've been stalked before for years. I've been stalked since I was in high school.
The
From
biggest
the
problem.
same person.
Really?
Yes.
Give him a chance. No, I'm just saying. The problem with this situation with
Missing
that
out on
lady,
love. Look at you.
the problem with that lady is that after they broke up, she tried to help him to be one of those nursing type of people.
Okay.
Still keeping him around to the point where the guy was around longer than they was together.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, don't do that.
That's also a toxic situation.
Yeah.
So she toxic.
Yeah.
I don't
You
stop
send
talking to her.
dark
I still get those texts.
Send that
from this
person to what they need, and then you kind of duck off. But
dude. You got a hotline that these people can call, man.
no, we could look one up. We could definitely look one up.
Hey, put Draco's number down. If y'all got any issues, and y'all trying to figure out if y'all in a toxic relationship, send him a DM or just call this man.
1-800-JOSH Young, sir. Call that number.
Draco said that.
But no, like we're not gonna leave these people hanging, man.
Straight up.
Definitely, definitely, we want to like promote if it's that bad, man. If situations just y'all can't handle them, or one person can't handle them, or the other person can't handle them.
Seek therapy.
Definitely seek therapy and try to get help. Even as a couple, even if y'all want to do it as a couple, like people, like we was talking about, we do have loved ones that we just don't be like, I'm not gonna leave this person
right
like that. And seek therapy, bro. Like it's okay in our black community, y'all. We can seek therapy. We can't get therapy. Okay.
I agree with seeking therapy, but it's like I feel like
if it's not at that level yet, Josh, if they whooping your ass,
listen. No. I feel like everybody needs therapy, but us just saying seek therapy. Everybody always say that, but they never even tell them how they're gonna.
We're about to do that.
Okay, you got a therapist for?
That's what I was about to do that.
We ain't got the insurance company. They can
I'm
only
about
do
to
that
say.
for themselves.
I'm gonna say the first thing they need to go and talk to somebody that's close to them, somebody that they trust.
That's true.
Sir,
and get a second opinion. This is what I would say.
Go ahead.
Oh, you had a rebuttal.
Talk to somebody close to them.
Yeah, because talking to somebody close to you doesn't mean that it's always going to help. Because some people have a biased opinion. You know what I'm saying?
They do.
So talking to somebody that doesn't have an opinion about you at all, that's going to be non-biased, is better.
I would say,
in my standpoint,
what you're saying, and I get what you're saying too. I would more say talk to somebody close to you as far as what your intentions are. Like let them know, like, hey, I'm going through this. I'm going through that. I feel like I want to seek some therapy or some help, and you just get them just to let them know what you're on. Like, cause a lot of these people be doing this unknowingly, and then they'll get in it with a counselor or somebody that don't even know what the hell they talking about, or don't even come from that same walk of life, so they can't tell you that.
I was gonna say, how do these people? How do they find this therapist that they're gonna?
First off, you got community outreach centers, you got local hospitals, but I would say find somebody like you in these places to talk to first. Mm-hmm. Find somebody that looks like you, that can point you in a direction to talk to somebody that looks like you, that can understand you, that another person that don't look like you can't.
Or you can just break up with the person. That's what I say.
But sometimes it ain't that easy, Josh. Sometimes it ain't even reached that level yet to be breaking up yet.
I mean, if you gotta go to community outreach and all this stuff,
I'm just saying, you ask how.
Just for some ass. Like,
for some ass.
Come on, man.
This is not about
ass. This the toxic shit. See, this the toxic shit I'm talking about. Because listen, I'm glad you said
Build
that.
yourself up to the point where you got other better options.
Hundreds, bro. This ain't got nothing to do with that.
I'm glad you said that, because this is exactly why motherfuckers be ending up in these toxic situations. Because they be toxic as fuck. They could need mental health issues every fucking word, but the sex good.
Not my problem.
But the sex be good. That's how y'all end up. Because you talking about a piece of ass. You put a piece of ass in mental health issues in the same pot.
He'd be like, the situation not that bad,
bitch
bro.
Crazy as a motherfucker. But that box though.
Something about the box at work.
Women be like, but that Dito. That nigga crazy as a motherfucker with that Dito.
Yeah. Be arguing, be like, can I come through? Nah, you can't come through. The key is under the mat. The door is unlocked.
So look, man. In this new world, right? Sexual social media, right?
Mhm.
All this accessible porn, everybody online telling all of their sexual desires, what they like, making videos. All it's remember back in the day when none of this you had to you know what you had to do back in the day? We had to sneak in the middle of the night on Cinemax. And we had to look at them shows, HBO, Real
I was about to
Sex,
say, yep, HBO.
MTV, probably
Taxi
like
Cab
late at night.
Confessions.
All this
y'all really in it.
late night Zane. You remember they came out that Zane show?
Yes.
Late at night. This shit
Man.
all late at night.
Man,
we had to,
HBO used to go
or
Go to a gas station.
or you go over your grandma's house.
You go to your grandma.
No, you go over your grandma's house and you look deep down in the basement in the corner under everything, and you find them old ass VHS pornos from like 1970s.
You ain't had no business. You didn't have
1970
You didn't have no
pornos.
business.
They
How'd
had
you
the
even find
bushes.
that?
And watching it.
They had
Eat
the
some
George,
popcorn.
like George Washington fucking.
You over there like, okay.
Yeah.
What's that? They had a storyline to it, though. They had a storyline to it.
You remember that. She know exactly what I'm talking about.
We had the black boxes, baby,
You know what I'm
when I
saying?
was growing up.
We had that too.
So that was
But
a
I'm
whole
saying-
different ball
I'm
game.
saying you had all that back in there. But these days, guess what? If you get your teenager a cell phone, they got access just like you got access.
I mean, little kids have cell phones right now.
Exactly.
8, 9 years old.
Exactly.
Cell phone.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we're right now, our culture has changed. Like I said, back in the day, it was kind of closed off. It was kind of a bedroom talk, private talk. Now it's just out there.
Mhm.
You got women doing all these sexual videos. You can scroll down your Instagram feed and see some sex.
Right. I
Related
try to stay away
stuff.
from it because they come in your story.
It just
Ass,
pop up like
sex,
bow,
People
temptation.
get
bow,
ghosted
bow.
off of sex.
Huh?
People get ghosted off of sex. Sex being vanilla now. Like, you can't be vanilla. You can't be regular.
Are you talking about somebody
regular?
hook up and then they like...
No,
it-
vanilla is regular, smagular sex.
Right.
Okay?
You know what I'm saying? They got to have sex, though, first.
because-
they actually
Yeah.
having sex?
because-
Okay.
Or they can
because-
pee from afar that you're
Because
regular.
what she's saying is people are expressing their desire for
Mhm.
different things like BDSM bondage and all that kind of stuff.
Motherfuckers be like, hey, you swallow. I be
Multiple
like, bitch,
partners, pegging, all this weird stuff.
Where are they doing this at?
what? Everywhere.
Everywhere, obviously.
Everywhere. Twitter is nothing but porn now.
Bro, Twitter is a
Twitter
whole
is
porno now.
nothing but porn now.
Yeah, it is.
It is porn.
And it's crazy.
And Twitter
Twitter
used to be a
hub.
whole different ballgame. I've never been on Twitter or anything like that, but it was basically like making a status on Facebook. Tell me how you feel. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Now it's like post your video on Twitter.
I said,
Let's see what you're
you
doing.
got for us?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know who changed the game on that, but God,
No, the internet. It's
damn.
like once you got fast speed internet, you
High
ain't got to
speed.
sit there and wait.
Shit,
Watch
we used
the
to be
porn
on
on
the
You ain't gotta
motherfucking,
rewind the VHS tapes no more. None
we
of that.
used to be
Just
on
right there.
You gotta do it with your
AOL like loading. That titty come
The
up,
dial-up
it's be
connection.
like,
The dial-up
and
connection.
it's just like
Bro,
loading.
look.
Be
The
like,
dial-up, she's
damn,
talking about the
next,
dial-up
next
connection.
pan.
Oh yeah, the dial.
Man, it's crazy, dude. So yeah, man, you got all of these sexual opportunities and options at this point. Like it's kind of out there, right? So dating, like transition it into dating.
Okay.
Say you're
That's the
someone
word,
who
okay.
likes excessive. I don't even want to say irregular at this point because I feel like they're gonna come at me if I call it irregular.
Traditional.
Traditional, good,
Yeah.
good word.
Standard.
I
If
was
you
like,
like
where we going?
regular
The
standard,
standard.
if you're somebody that likes
the bronze,
things,
silver, and platinum packages. No, bronze, silver, gold, platinum. If you get to platinum, that means you're eating ass.
Oh
shit.
my God.
When they pass eating ass is regular at this point.
Oh,
Eating
yeah.
ass is a regular thing at this point.
It's on the sex menu.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you don't eat? Okay, cool, don't worry about it. I'm gonna go over here.
okay.
That's one of them at this point.
Okay.
So, she crazy.
Y'all nasty.
So look, bro. So if you somebody and you in the dating world and you like, you exceed the standard. You want to exceed the standard. You don't
Okay.
want the regular gold package. You want the
No,
triple
no,
platinum
the
package.
Bronze is the standard.
Just bro, you want the
silver,
you want the
gold.
triple platinum package. Comes with
Diamond.
all this other stuff that
Diamond.
ain't traditional, right? At what point in your relationship, if you get involved in a relationship, at what point in your relationship do you bring that out? Do you try to get that from your partner, or that you try to introduce them to that? say you like bondage. You like being tied up, like your balls.
Don't pick that
whacked,
shit for me. No, don't pick that for me.
elbow dropped,
Nah, that's you.
elbow dropped, all that shit. If you like
You got
all
a
of
St.
that,
Andrew's cross at your crib.
you want me
Ooh,
tied
you
up?
missed it.
Nail him to
Don't
the
tell
cross.
I actually met a young lady. That's what she said she did.
Okay.
She would just tie people up and they'd call her up.
She's
They'd
spanking
pay
motherfuckers
her.
in her spare
Wait,
time.
They'd pay her
wait,
and she
wait.
would beat the
Well,
hell
see,
out of her.
wait. This the difference. Okay, I'm
She
not
said,
talking.
you want me to come
talking
whoop
about
your ass?
sex workers.
She not having sex with you, just whooping
worker.
their
This
ass.
I'm
is
saying,
the
but that's still a
motherfucker
sex.
you was
It's still considered a sex worker though.
How?
I'm not saying because if you getting hot, like if people calling you up just to come do that, you probably getting paid
okay,
to
that's
do
different.
that, right?
Yeah, that's different.
So I'm not saying somebody that's getting paid to do these kind of things. I'm saying
We're
you
in a
personally,
relationship.
you personally like these kind of things that ain't traditional or normal to some people.
How do you
but you're in
bring
a
it up into your relationship?
At what point do you bring it up to your partner?
Somebody that's used to that is gonna bring it up like that.
Think so?
Hell
Up front?
yeah. Yes.
Well, I would say it would have to
Because
probably,
people are not embarrassed anymore.
They're
That's
not
true.
really, they're not embarrassed.
They ain't ashamed. They
That's
like
what I
shit.
just
Everybody
said.
do this shit. What you talking about?
Yeah, I would say that would be brought up probably after y'all at least had sex one time.
I feel like they're gonna be
You-
brought up in the same sense as how many kids you got.
Oh damn, that's fucked up.
They asked that
You
before or
think
after
it's
you
that
had sex.
fast?
I feel like as far as sexuality go these days, it's so microwavable that people ain't taking the time out to not get what they want. It's because I'm gonna tell you why. It's like social media is crazy, bro. Literally, if you like a certain kind of sexual activity, bro, and you dating A, B, and C, and neither one of them do that, guess what? You can get back online and find C, D, and E. And they gonna do the same. They gonna do what you want them to do. So it's like microwavable. So it ain't like you feel like you gotta talk this person into it, or you gotta make this person feel comfortable. It's all at these days. It's like, oh, you ain't gonna let me do this, bet I'm gonna just go to the next person.
I mean, it's true, but from my personal experience, like I don't give anything off too quickly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that doesn't benefit me none. They don't do shit for me. Because as soon as your motherfucking ass gives somebody some sex, guess how much your value go down?
That's true.
That shit depreciate. I ain't got everything that I need from your motherfucking ass. Now I ain't got the box.
That's true. But I'm talking about
Because nobody cares about personality.
So I'm not. What I'm talking about is somebody that's looking to be with somebody long term, or they willing to find. They trying to find somebody that satisfies them sexually with all of these desires that they have. I feel like they're gonna do it up front because I feel like they don't want to waste time.
I
People
feel
don't
like
believe it.
a guy can't do that.
What you mean?
Bullshit. They
A
do it all
guy
the time.
like
What?
you said, the conversation of a girl asking or a guy asking how many kids you got, they can't go into talking about their sexual fantasies with a person before they even had sex with a
No,
person.
what I'm saying
Yes,
is
they
what
will.
what I'm saying is that conversation
That
is
don't
just
work- that
as
don't work in
normal.
real life,
Is
bro.
what I'm saying.
Not really, bro.
It is, bro.
Because
It
the
is.
thing about it is, especially those women, once they realize, if you're talking about a sex conversation
Let
to
me
somebody,
tell you something.
let me finish. You're talking about a sex conversation with somebody you have not had sex with, that you're interested in, get to know about. If you having a sex conversation with them, that's automatically gonna come off as a red flag. This nigga only want a pipe. He want to pipe you down.
No. This is the thing.
That's it.
This is the thing, Josh. It's the way you bring those kind of conversations up, bro. You don't bring them conversations
I'm not
up.
gonna let you get that advice to our viewer because everybody is not
Bro.
their game is not slippery like that to be able to
Okay.
have a
You might be
conversation
right.
about
You might be
sex.
right. You might be right.
Before having
might be
sex
right.
to say, oh, this is the
You
king
might be
shit I
right.
like.
But listen,
because you do that shit,
Motherfuckers
She
is
gonna
bold.
go to the
I'm a
bathroom.
whole girl. Motherfuckers is bold. They will talk to you about sex
Yeah.
before they even give a fuck about where your job is at.
but
Yeah.
a guy can't initiate that. If
And
a girl
you're-
talk about sex with me, I already know I'm taking it down, and
So-
I'm probably gonna be done with it.
So you're right.
So that's it.
You're right. So I was speaking more so a conversation that I had with a female that she brought these things up. She brought things she was interested in up. It wasn't me because I'm smart enough to know as a man I don't bring no. I'm not bringing that up. I'll let you bring it up. So you're absolutely
right. You,
correct.
you can't bring that conversation up.
But she was into some things. I wasn't into them, but it was she felt comfortable bringing those things up, and just because it felt like, okay, if you ain't into it, we both wasting our time. Because I'm not into what she was trying to do, and I
don't think it
So
even
I
has to
think that
do with
means
the
she
amount
dated-
of time that y'all have been together. I feel like it has to do with
comfortability.
the comfortability about where you're at in your relationship and how many times that you've actually had sex.
Right.
Because
Okay,
people
I
are
agree with you,
awkward
yeah.
the first time during sex anyway, unless you're just fluent. A lot of people are not sexually fluent. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people ain't that good at sex anyways.
I mean, and that's a fact because first of all, you just worried about getting this nut. You don't give a fuck about pleasing me. You know what I'm saying? So once you get to that standard, then we're talking about, damn, I'm comfortable with you.
Right.
Now I can be nasty with you. You know what I'm saying?
think
Because
that'd
if
be
I'm
people's
not
problems.
comfortable with you, I ain't gonna be nasty with you.
Because I just want to piggyback off that.
Okay.
Because you're right. If I don't care about you,
Good.
I'm not interested in nothing. I don't care But if I care about you, it might be some shit I might be willing to do that I don't normally do, just to be like, damn, let me be open for this person I care about.
Oh yeah,
I
motherfuckers
might
have
like
done that before.
I might like it. That's all I was gonna say. Bro.
But yeah, you got a lot of people out here that they keep on saying they saving something for marriage. They gonna find anything and they gonna say I'm saving for marriage.
They lying though.
Getting saved from
Girl
They
said
lying
that she
though.
couldn't
Before
do
she was
roll.
saved, she was slutting that ass out.
Nah, she
Yes,
could
she
could
was.
not be.
Yes, she was.
But I'm saying she's gonna save something for marriage.
She was
Like
in the
what?
palace just like I was in
I
the
had
palace.
I had a girl
What the fuck is a palace?
that I'm done with
Oh, you
y'all
mean a
niggas.
palace?
The palace.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something I ain't heard. I'm thinking you talking about like a.
Saints.
I'm thinking she talking about something.
Y'all remember
you know what
the
I'm saying?
palace?
The palace.
Go ahead, Joe. I thought she was talking about something else.
I get it. You're saying that people are being a little bit more open, but those people are probably the people that have been inspired by seeing these people on the ceiling fans off of OnlyFans.
Yeah. Because
And
right, bro.
hanging off the balcony and all
That's-
this other shit, and then ropes and all this other stuff, and then they got the handcuffs. And,
Mimi got motherfucking hanging off of shower
Correct.
curtains and shit.
right,
Yeah.
but that's not realistic because when we really break it down, people are not that good. They're not that good at sex, bro. They're just not. You may get a couple freaky chicks out here that's nice. You might have some experienced guys. They know what they doing. But if we go through the whole spectrum, on the girl side, there's a lot of Kimmy Kibblers. And on the guy side, there's a lot of Carltons. Like, let's be real. There's more Kimmy Kibblers and Carltons than they are these fucking porn stars. Like, let's
That's
be
true,
real.
but that's completely not what we're talking about, Josh.
No, it's not.
We're not talking
You
about
talk about a conversation.
We're not talking
The
about how
people-
good you are at sex. Because guess what?
But the
Guess-
con- you said the
no.
conversation.
Hold up. Let me explain what I'm saying first. Let me explain. I get exactly what you said. You're right. So listen. So you think you good at sex. I'm just giving it, like, you might think you good at sex, right?
Nice with it.
But say you meet Kimberly over here.
Mhm.
Kimberly might like something else that other than what you think you
I
good
accept
at.
the challenge.
You might
Cool.
not even be interested in what Kimberly like. So the shit that you done to the last 10 girls that they liked, Kimberly might be like, this. She might be going to have a group conversation and laughing at you like, this nigga don't know what the fuck he doing.
I
but
got
he think
an
he
Indian.
do.
This motherfucker think I got an Audi. What's
It's-
going on?
Cause bro, you don't, bro. It's
You better not have it.
it.
What?
it
That's the
definitely
best
take-
pussy. What you talking
It
about?
definitely take
Talking
somebody who's sexually fluent
Yeah, but
and
if we-
open to find these things out, bro. But don't ever sell yourself and be like, yo, I'm just the best.
I'm
Because you ain't
gonna
met
tell you.
somebody that don't like what you do.
But when you look,
Or they
at,
might not tell you.
But most women is not even that open when it comes to sex.
Shit. What women you be meeting, bro?
I was
I'm
like,
just saying. I'm not talking about the women. I'm talking in general terms.
In general, yes, the hell they are.
They're not. Okay, how about this? Out of all your friends that you got, right? All your
Mhm.
female friends,
Mhm.
every time they had sex, how many times you think they came?
You want me to be honest? 0.
Okay, well, if it's 0 time, why do you think that is?
Because motherfuckers is chasing the feeling of what they actually want. That ain't got nothing to do with you.
Okay, exactly. Because the reason why they're not coming on there because that's I don't think that's a conversation that's being had at all. I'm saying these people could be together for 10, 20 years and probably wouldn't even
Because
be a
you have to
conversation.
get somebody that's willing to be comfortable with you, get to know your body, what you like, where my spot is, because your spot ain't in the same spot as the last nigga spot is.
But if you don't have
Just
the
like
conversation,
my spot
if you don't
ain't
have
in the same spot
if
that
you
the
don't
next
if you don't
bitch
have the
is.
conversation, then how they gonna know that?
It's not even a conversation. It's not. It's
It
what
is-
you
it
do.
is a
It's an
co- no,
action. It's a verb.
It's a conversation.
I'ma tell you,
because I'm
Josh.
talking about the Carltons out here.
I'm gonna tell
that
you.
don't know.
That's who you have
it's
to have
not
the conversation
unusual.
with.
Those the people, but I'm saying
some people can't be coached.
that's more of those people than there are the people that know right away.
Yes, no.
That's what I'm saying.
The right of ways don't like even the
That's
right
a
of way.
1%er.
Even the right of ways don't even know right away all the time, bro. It's the people that's willing to adjust and is able to adjust.
Yeah, that's
but it's a
motherfucker
conversation. It has to be a conversation, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying that conversation's not actually happening.
First of all, you ain't gonna have nobody.
Wait. I'm gonna let you because you a woman. I'm gonna let you. But in my experience, bro, if a woman care about you like that, or because that's what I was talking. I was talking more so not people you just randomly having sex with. Because it's probably never gonna come up. But a woman that you're with long term, bro, she's gonna have a conversation with you about things she likes that you ain't doing, or things that you should do more of, or that you lack.
Generally,
She'll have a conversation.
You saying generally speaking, or you saying off of your experience?
And generally speaking, in a long-term relationship.
Yeah, I'm saying generally speaking.
A girl that cares about you is going to be a guide. It's not a conversation. They're going to be a guide.
But I'm saying that conversation.
They're going to be like right there.
It doesn't happen.
This is it. Oh my God, yes. That's it.
It's like they telling you.
That's a guide.
I'm saying people can be married 20 plus years.
That's true.
Pride ain't came at all for real.
You're right. That's true too.
I'm saying it's a majority of these people. Because that conversation you're saying, it does not happen. It doesn't exist. So you're saying, oh, I got to get comfortable with this person.
Yeah.
Okay, how many years of your life you got to be with this person to be comfortable just to get a goddamn nut?
Shit, that's on you. That's a personal decision for you to stay in that motherfucker.
It's not
yes,
on you.
It is. Because if it's trash, you gonna leave. I'm gonna leave if it's trash.
I'm just saying.
Because sex is part of communication. That means that you can't fucking communicate. Why the fuck am I having sex with you?
But I think some people the sex that's not why they're burying the person.
I think a lot of women and that's what and
that's why you can be in relationships because they don't care about that.
This is where I understand where you're going.
You talk about some freak nigga people.
I see where you going with it, bro. You because I see where you going with it. You going with it in the aspect of women that's
real
just
life.
Women that's just with dudes because they do XYZ and blah 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 blah. So if women with dudes because they do XYZ and blah 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 blah, they probably never gonna bring that shit up because they don't want him to stop doing XYZ and blah, blah, blah. It ain't strictly because they with him because, damn, I like his sex. I like him like this. I like this like that, blah, blah, blah. Right, I'm talking in general as far as I want somebody that's all around the board. Like,
okay, for the viewers, how about this? For the viewers, we got to make this clear for the viewers. The person that he's talking about is a specific person. If you are a guy, never bring this conversation up. If you are a girl, bring this conversation up. The sooner the better. But if you bring listen, let me finish. If you bring this conversation up before y'all have sex, buddy is gonna blast your back out, and you will never see him again.
That's facts.
I'm just making sure we're not confusing the viewer.
If you bring this conversation up before y'all have sex, he gonna blast you out and then never fuck with you again. How? Yeah. What you mean?
I mean that's facts because it's a respect level. Because now I can do whatever. Now I know what I can do with you.
If I pulled
everything has a tactic to it. Everything's planned out. Now I know exactly what I need to do to get to you in this type of way. And now I can be done with you.
So there's another conversation need to be had then. There's another conversation.
What's that conversation?
Another conversation need to be had is y'all can't, if a woman is being open with you and telling you what she desire like that,
right? You
can't look at her like, oh damn, she a hoe. I could just hit that and then move.
It's not about being a hoe.
Maybe they ain't that. Maybe you need to not look at her like that.
It's about
because I've literally had these conversations with women I have not had sex with yet.
Okay, but I'm saying
right, and it didn't turn me off to say, oh, I can go fuck them tonight and then not talk to them again ever in life too. That didn't turn me off. I just feel like that was an honest woman. She would know what she wanted.
Yeah, but that goes back to you personally, a calm, cool, collected guy.
Maybe that.
That they would be open to have that conveation with.
So
you got to talk about the general people that are awkward.
So what y'all saying?
like be real. These people.
What you're saying is because I'm trying to clarify. So with women, because we all want to have this conversation up front a lot of times. Yeah. As men. We know not to bring that shit up because you never get none after that. Yeah, if you bring the shit up on first. But as a woman, she shouldn't bring it up either. Because if he's saying if a woman bring it up, the man is gonna get in his mind. I already know what she want. I can hit this shit and never talk to her again.
Yeah. So
when should she bring it up then? Because that was the initial question.
After y'all been rocking with each other for a while.
The initial, I don't know how we got into the first date thing, but the initial question was, when you're in a relationship, when is it a good time to bring up all of this stuff?
And I said, after you had already had sex. That's what I said. And you said, I done had it before I had sex. And I said,
because I disagree.
That's a bad idea.
Now, I ain't saying you on the first date.
But
maybe
I'm saying,
not,
but I'm saying, if you're having a conversation about sex, we got to be real. It's not like this is just every day is just sex ed. Motherfuckers just at schnooks.
Right.
How you doing today, Bob? Oh, yeah. Fucked my wife the other day. And let me tell you what all we did. Like, this is not a everyday conversation. It's a very intimate type of conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to be talking about your finishing moves and the growl.
What?
Tell us, you know about the growl?
What? Nobody's talking about that shit at all unless you're comfortable having that conversation.
So we got to set the stage for the people that don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
So first, gotta be yourself, and that's gotta be good enough they're gonna rock with you.
That's the main thing.
Second,
be yourself.
You're gonna have to be in a comfortable enough setting that you're probably gonna have sex that day.
No.
That's not gonna
Wait, finish. Let me finish. Y'all probably gonna have sex that day, but this has got to be somebody you already had sex with. We gotta make that clear. Do not have this conversation unless you already know it's written in stone that. I'm talking to the guys now. Unless you know in stone, it's written in stone that you get something that day, and ain't nothing you can do to mess it up. Because we got to make it clear, it's already hard enough to get to it.
Okay.
Just for the general guy, the Carlton.
You really feel like it's hard to get to?
For an average guy.
What?
Yeah, hell yeah.
He's the average.
I'm just talking about for a general guy. Think about how many general guys do you see around?
I work at a call center.
Okay, but
general
that's
all
cool.
around.
Okay, so all those people. Okay, it's really general guy. So do you think them people are getting sex once a month?
And I work in corporate, so it's a different kind of thing.
Okay, but really, so you think they get sex once a month?
That's sad, but yes.
You think they do?
Probably. I would hope so.
I'm saying the guys that you see around you.
Most of the guys that I see around me are married, already in relationships. You know what I'm saying?
Like, I mean, they could be married too, yeah. But I'm saying, you think they get? You said since they married, okay, let's go single guys.
No, they're not getting none.
Just a normal guy.
Absolutely, they're not getting none.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's already hard enough to get to. So you gonna come to the set about to get some. You went on. I seen a guy like this when I went out one time. He had a big smile on his face, and I knew he had did everything.
All the time.
Yeah, I knew he had did everything he needed to do in order to get some ass that day. But a car ride could mess that up for him. And a car ride conversation like, hey, sweetheart, I think we should try this shit I seen on XWV. XWV XXX.
Nobody's doing that.
Y'all already had sex, right?
No, that's your wife.
Oh, okay.
That's your wife. Yeah, you know what? The reason why I put that chain on the chandelier.
We not going.
And guess what?
You should be comfortable by now.
They married.
You talking about a wife, bro.
If he bring, but I'm saying,
if
he bring that stuff up, she gonna be like, "Man, get that weak shit out of here."
First of all, and if it's your wife, you will just do it. I promise you.
The wife is gonna do it.
No, either way. Either way, you just gonna do it.
There's a lot of married people that ain't even getting sex for real.
That's sad. They should just step up to the motherfucking plate then.
I mean,
because you don't know what your wife will like until you choke that bitch.
Because who the fuck married? Like, bro, who married?
I mean, it's easy to say, but I'm saying, generally speaking, that's not realistic.
I'm not marrying nobody I don't like fucking, and I ain't like, bro. This ain't me.
Some people don't have that many options.
That's
the first girl that looked his way.
I would never be married at that point.
And he said, you know what?
If I can't be happy in my marriage, bro.
People marry for different reasons.
People marry for different reasons. And then we already discussed all of this shit too. I'm never gonna be one of them niggas that married for business, period. Like, it gotta be some personal shit tied into that shit too. So I'm never gonna marry nobody I don't enjoy fucking, that I don't want to explore different sexual shit with, that I ain't open to exploring whatever she might want to do. You ain't pegging me, but at the same time.
What if she really wanted this?
Oh my God.
Hey, we're gonna hire somebody like you to do it for her.
Oh my God.
You hire me to come fuck your wife?
So for her to fuck you
I don't know.
in the ass,
because if you don't, somebody's gonna call somebody.
I'm fucking your wife too.
This is how it becomes toxic. All of that.
But like,
she ain't pegging me.
But that's how it becomes toxic, because if you're not gonna do it, And she might like that shit. She gonna find somebody that's gonna fucking do it. She gonna cheat on your ass, become top.
That's a slippery slope.
I mean,
It is.
I feel like
It is.
I'm just saying.
I don't want to say. I feel, generally speaking,
And that's why a lot of these women be scared to allow they partner to do certain shit because it's a slippery ass slope.
it's a slippery slope.
They feel like,
That's
okay,
a-
I'm gonna let my man get a threesome. This nigga might want to keep doing them.
I mean, that's
forever.
That's
He
kinda
might want to.
excessive. It could be as simple.
It ain't excessive at all.
That's not excessive.
Okay,
That's probably the prime time.
That's
shit.
a
okay, would
that's
you-
a regular
okay, your wife-
conversation.
that's a
Hey,
regular
you ever had a
conversation.
threesome
Yeah.
before? Like
your
that's
wife,
a regular
you gonna let somebody
conversation.
come and pipe your wife down?
That wouldn't. No, that ain't the thing, bro.
It's regular for a threesome if you fucking another girl, but if somebody piping your wife down, it's
If you're
it's
into
not a-
another dude piping your girl, okay, cool. That's what y'all
Nah,
do.
nah,
Me
I
personally,
just-
I'm not into two dicks in the room. I'm not into that. So
but you can bring another chick though.
if that's what she want to do, but it's gonna be something that she want to do.
That's a whole nother discussion.
But if she want to bring a guy, that's not it.
That's
No.
a whole nother discussion.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
yeah.
she can, but it ain't gonna be my wife. Then you gonna be by yourself doing it with somebody else.
You see how you
I'm
just
good.
you just
I'm not
contradicted
no, that's not
you
contradicting.
contradicted
No,
yourself.
no, I'm not.
You said a threesome is a
It's
general
okay.
conversation.
It
It's
is.
cool when you
You
do it, but
It's a
the
problem
with
when you hell yeah it is.
Oh
to me.
my god.
Now, if I want to do that, hey, by all means.
No more dicks in the
room.
By all means, bro. That's what
Yo.
they want to do.
You gonna give the advice?
Don't
to-
do the bar today. Please don't do that. That's
Huh?
not you.
Nah, I'm not.
And you ain't even agreeing to that.
If you're
so
gonna
stop
give the
playing with me.
advice, make sure it's a general advice. Cause we're not
You're
gonna
not
sit
giving
here
no general. I'm gonna give my personal advice.
and you
I ain't into two
okay,
dicks.
let's go. No. I'm not talking
Somebody,
about the two.
next
I'm not talking about the
man
two.
might be into that.
Your personal advice that you just gave our viewers that they can have a conversation
me like
talking
that.
about their sexual desires.
Don't look at me like
A
that.
man talk about their sexual desires to a woman that they have not had sex with.
Huh?
That was your advice you gave.
No. I said men do not do that. I said men let if
Your
that
advice was said that you had the conversation.
with a woman that
With a
brought it to
woman.
me. Right? Okay, go
Is
ahead.
it a woman that you're sexually active with?
That I wasn't never sexually active with.
That's a pointless conversation then. Wow, if we're talking about people the two people that's having the
So
conversation.
you weren't listening to none I was saying?
I mean, that's what you said.
I said I was
that's the first time
having
you just said.
I said I've had conversations with women as far as their sexual preferences and desires prior to ever having sex with them.
Did you eventually have sex with
No.
them? Okay, so
So-
obviously that shit didn't work then. The conversation was
It
pointless.
didn't turn me off as far as that. What you're saying though, what didn't happen was the things they were interested in, I wasn't interested in.
So then you just opted out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It didn't turn me off.
Most guys don't have that option.
it didn't
is
turn
what
me
I'm
off
saying.
to say. It didn't turn
If-
me off
if
to
you
say,
gonna
"Oh,
have-
she talking about sex. I can just hit her tonight and be done with it."
There's
No,
niggas out
that's
here
what
get-
you
hey,
said.
There's niggas out here getting paid right now that don't want to do it. I gotta do it to get to the box.
I gotta get paid to get to the box.
Peggy's gonna be pegging me again.
Oh my
Bro,
god.
I'm sorry. Listen, I thought we had advice for y'all, but stay y'all ass out the fucking internet, man. Get a holler back.